I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Administrator, please call the roll.
Trustee Henry. Here. Trustee Coffey.
Here.
Trustee Evans.
Here.
Trustee Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
And I'll note the presence of myself, Mr. Posen, and the other fine gentlemen in the room.
And okay, Chris. Consideration of applications of 7 Robbins Avenue and 59 South Point Avenue for solar. Only. Roll call.
Trustee Henry.
Aye.
Trustee Coffey.
Aye.
Trustee Evans.
Aye.
Trustee Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Williams.
Aye. Consideration of planning application 33A at Grand Avenue for use of the right of way with all the conditions. Roll call.
Trustee Henry.
Aye.
Trustee Coffey.
Aye.
Trustee Evans.
Aye.
Trustee Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Williams.
Aye, consideration of resolution of tax certs. 145 East Main Street for $8,967 and 5557 Valley Avenue for $5,951. And 5557 Valley Avenue, again, no refund for those years. For other years. Roll call.
I do want to point out before the roll call that letter C, the no refund. That's the first one like ever.
Yeah.
Trustee Henry. Aye. Trustee Coffey.
Aye.
Trustee Evans. Trustee Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Williams.
Aye. Committee reports, trustee Henry.
Thank you, Mayor. Fire and EMS continues to do a great job. Thank you, Fire Chief Signor. EMS Coordinator Diaz. EMS Coordinator Diaz informed me he went to the viewing of a film called Honorable but Broken, EMS in Crisis. And it's just a brief description of the video. It says EMS are the first responders to care for patients, but they're not funded appropriately, and so retaining these valuable health workers is unsustainable. This is something that will affect all of us and should be very concerning. The film explores the undeniable value of EMS, inherent problems with the current fractured system, and solutions some states are implementing to formally enhance and fund this third arm of our EMS emergency services. I think our system currently has really addressed the problem for us locally. You want to explain a little more about that?
Yes, sir. So thank you for the opportunity. So this film, the description doesn't do justice to what was actually described and the people that you see, which is people that we normally work with.
There was a Westchester produced video.
Yes, sir. Mostly with the Orsini and Chappaqua systems. But what was described there is something that I was not aware. As of right now, EMS is still the same way that it was created. We only charge for transport, not for patient care. That's one of the biggest problems right there. And there are some legal process at the state level trying to change that. But for now, what can we do? You have places such as Greenberg, because it's part of the police department. Well, it's okay. For us, it's not, and for many other villages. I strongly recommend for the mayor, the administrator, and maybe the members of the board to go and see this film. It's going to be shown here locally in Duxbury. It's about an hour long, and the people panel that comes and talk about this, it's an amazing moment to be part of, and also to understand from them things that we don't know. I didn't know that it was still the same way that it was created. It was created when the highway was made to transport the people having motor vehicle accidents. And from there, it has gone to where we are now. And yes, when we go to someone's home and spend an hour with them, and they still don't go to the hospital, we get zero. And yet we were there giving them oxygen, we were there using very expensive equipment to do that with. We don't get a penny for that. Medicaid, Medicare, the administrator can tell you they paid nothing. For our transport. So I strongly suggest that you please, take a moment, go and watch this film.
Where, the movie theater down
It's,
there?
it's the movie theater, that's right, I think it's on the 20th of this month.
What's the name of it?
The name of the film or the,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
yeah, it's a very interesting story, I believe me, you would be very worth your time.
Thank you.
And the only other thing I have was a structure fire for Hurricane Reese in the ductwork, and the fire department and mutual aid units handle it promptly and efficiently. That's all I have.
Thank you. It's given her the opportunity to update her old hood and everything. She always wanted to put a newer, bigger one in, so now she's done it all. So, she did it in her Yorktown store, so now she doesn't have to have clothes for it. Yeah,
Let's not talk about it.
I know. Trustee Corky. Thank you, trustee.
Well, I'd like to thank Tony and the new gentleman that's joined us, Sean, for the work that they do to keep us abreast of everything on permits that are coming through. And other than the day-to-day normal business that they have, that's all I have from building accounting. And from the Audsley Library, I don't have anything new.
It was doing. Thank you, sir. Trustee Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. It's like also quite a short report. In terms of our highway and sanitation department, outside of the great job that they do on a day in, day out basis, it's been the daily maintenance of our village. And of course, continuing to prep and get ready for winter because APs are coming with the like. The Elmsford Recreation Department will be having our Halloween celebration on 10/28 from 4:30 to 6:30 at DeLuca Park. And to close, I just want to, unfortunately not here, but I want to highlight Joe Diaz, came home Friday night. And I had no water. And the hydrant flushing for North Goodwin was Thursday night. This was about 11 something at night. And Joe not only responded, but was out there attempting to figure out what the problem was, and within 20 minutes, the water was back on. I highlight that not because of he responded to me. It's because I'm convinced that that's just who we are, and it could have been any resident, and that same level of responsiveness and attention to that issue at such a odd hour of time really, should be commended. How often the people who work for this community really go out of their way to serve this community. So I just want to highlight him for that, thank him for that, and remind people, yes, not having water for periods of time can be an inconvenience, but in the long run, it is good. It's a positive thing. And we're appreciative for the work they've been doing. And I did that.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't have anything to report since my last report, but I'd like to make a comment about the Elmsville Day. Just so you guys know, I was very, very impressed. When I went to the park and see so many happy faces, so many families together, sharing time, having fun, including myself. I had a lot of fun. First time I went out with my grandson. So everything was very well organized. Police, DPW, everybody that took part of that day. Kudos to all of them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, you see, you get a whole different perspective with your grandchild. I'd like to thank Commissioner Foster and the police department for doing a great job as always. Some of us attended the Tyler Rush Memorial Car, Truck and Bike Show. Everybody there had a great time. I always say it's like old home week. You can't walk 5 feet without seeing somebody and talking to somebody. It takes you hours to get through you because it seems busy everybody. Plus, they had more cars and trucks than they ever did. Nice job to Tony Doyle and everybody that assisted him to make a great day. As you know, that money goes to scholarships that the Rush family donates it to scholarships. And one thing that's very impressive about that is you get your scholarship for 4 years. You just don't get it for the first year. They follow you all the way through the 4 years. So I'd like to thank the Rush family for for donating all that money. As you know, last Friday, Hamas declared it to be their day of action for worldwide members. Commissioner Foster added extra police to our schools and around the village. There were no threats here in Elmsford, or we didn't know of anybody down here, but nice job, Commissioner, for that. As always, we do that every time. There's a bomb scare or a shooting or something someplace else, anyplace else, but we do it anyway because it makes the people feel safer, and you never know if somebody's gonna be copycat, so we always add that. So it's something we have in place anyway. So when the school called us to discuss it, we said, well, we were already prepared to do it. So we already had the plan in place. So, but thank you, Commissioner. Nice job. And it was very taxing, but we pulled it off. And himself was out there too. So he's never, that's one thing that I always praise about him is that, you know, we've talked about in the VOC where a couple times bringing the police chiefs in and stuff like that in the meetings. Oh, my chief can't count around after 5 o'clock, but you know, the commissioner's out there protecting our kids up at the schools themselves. So he gets, doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does, and people don't realize that he's still a police officer, and that's what he's first. And he always said that. He says, "I'm always a police officer first, and then the commissioner." So thank you for that. Last Friday was the birthday of the United States Navy. Volunteer New York put out a very nice list of things to volunteer at. If anybody can see that, it's very nice. The bird flu infections are back in the United States, and I got an email from Tommy Bach, who's a member of the fire department. He wrote back and he said, remember, Mayor, you put this in place about 15 years ago. I said, yeah, we did. So, you know, we already have a plan in place for that too. So it's nice you remember that. The FDA warns about some pain medications are tainted and may pose a significant health risk. That's not fun. The county executive highlighted the success of the tax share back program. I'll just read a quick paragraph. County Executive Latimer said, when compared with some of our neighboring community counties in New York State, Westchester County is one of the most generous in terms of tax percentage of shares back by our local municipalities. Westchester shares 20% to our local municipalities and 10% to our school districts, where some counties do not share back 80% of the sales tax bill. So that's one thing we're very lucky of. It's a nice income for the village, and it helps us out. So the County Department of Community and Mental Health launched the high-tech behavioral electronic health record system. In an ongoing effort to improve access, services, and systematic coordination for people with behavioral health needs in Westchester County, the Department of Community Mental Health is launching a state-of-the-art comprehensive behavioral electronic health record system. The new system will allow easy entry and updating of data, and for the first time, will connect all 3 systems of care of mental health, addiction, and intellectual development disabilities to allow for better response and coordination. So that's another good thing the county is offering everybody. The congratulations to Rocco Pazzi, the commissioner, county commissioner of probation. He's 50 years of service in the county, so we thank him. Westchester County Department of Planning is launching launches a transportation and food access study. So that's nice that they're going to do that. The county launched Connect Westchester. It's a new sweeping digital literacy and access initiative. It's the largest dedicated countywide program in New York State to strategically bridge digital divide. Connect Westchester is Westchester County's Office of Economic Development's new initiative to bridge the digital divide through providing essential digital resources, education, and affordable internet access to low-income residents. This new program will utilize partnerships with the STEM Alliance, Westchester County Association, the Westchester Library System, to help all members of our community to make a significant steps towards achieving digital equality. So that's nice going into. The county wanted to remind us that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and some of the services that are available is the Family Justice Center, the Hope Store, My Sister's Place, Putnam Northern Westchester's Women's Resource Center, Center for Safety and Change, the WAF, and the Victims Assistance Services in West Cobb. Wanted everybody to know that that's available. Women are invited to learn about the importance of early cancer detection and receive referrals for free cancer screenings at the Gilda's Club Westchester on October 19th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 o'clock. And I directed the flags to be at half-staff for the passing of United States Senator Dianne Feinstein, and in the memory of all Americans and others that lost their lives in the recent attacks in Israel. I issued 2 proclamations. One went to Nail Spa. The mayor, trustees, administrator, congratulations for winning Best of Westchester 2023 for the best Mani Petty in Westchester. As mayor of the Village of Elmsford, I hereby proclaim that Wednesday, October 11th, 2023, be nail spa day in the Village of Elmsford. That's up in the Staples parking lot. And Main Street Garage, the mayor, trustees, administrator, thank you for your 46 years of dedicated and wonderful service you provided to the Elmsford residents. You treated your customers like family, and we all appreciated your care. Enjoy your retirement. As mayor of the Village of Elmsford, I hereby proclaim that Saturday, October 14th, 2023, be Main Street Garage Day in the Village of Elmsford. As mentioned, he's finally retiring, so we wish him very well. Administrator,
Nothing more.
Council.
Just a quick one. About a month ago, I sent a letter to the New York State Thruway Authority regarding that lot under 287 overpass next to our DPW, which is full of dumpsters, some filled, some empty, junk cars, junk equipment, all kinds of stuff, and it's just getting worse. I just heard back from them today. This is one of those properties that they don't pass by all the time. They had sort of leased it out under this license agreement to someone who was just gonna store a couple of tow trucks there. Once they drove by and took a look at what was there, they're evicting the tenant as of the end of November. And they're gonna clean up the lot.
Yeah, I stopped him a couple times from work and he was demolishing the camper. On a Saturday afternoon, evening, so I got a call from residents, I went down and looked at it, so I asked the PD to meet me down there, and I stopped it, was supper over.
Speaking of that location, does anyone know anything about that? Have you seen that cable? It doesn't even look like a cable. It looks like a covering for a cable blocking that driveway and there's yellow tape and.
Yeah, we've notified, I think that they said it was Verizon lines or
Yeah.
something like that, we've notified them, I think twice.
It's always been low, but now they're break.
Yeah, it's blocking that
driveway.
driveway.
Get in now, but
It was really a nice one.
plus that driveways utilize a lot, though.
It is. I'm surprised that Five West Main doesn't want that. taken care
Yeah,
of.
they called,
They-
Oh, they have to.
they called my office too in your office.
Yeah, we totally called for them every day. That's. Tony good. Tony good.
That's it. Thank you.
Or Tony, thank you for coming.
Good. Well,
Mike, IT guy. Anyone from the public? Motion to go to executive session for police personnel matter.
So.
All in favor? Opposed, carried. Next, gentlemen.